It's Judith. It's a 45-minute yoga fusion class. So what we do is we combine yoga moves with gymnastic moves kind of thing. If you want to add weights with this class, that's always an option. So basically for this class, all we need is a chair. No arms, no wheels on the chair, so everything is stable. You want to put it on either a yoga mat, a sticky surface, that might work, or maybe sometimes you could put the back legs of the chair up against the wall so you know that that chair isn't going to move. You decide what works for you in your space. I always say that if whatever's being offered doesn't work for your body this morning, you could modify, you could do something else, or you could skip it. So just bear that in mind as we move through the process. Also, everyone is muted, so if you feel like sighing, moaning, groaning, that's perfectly fine. It's good to let out sound, very cathartic. I have a shoulder injury on my right side, so I'm going to be modifying, but if I say both arms up in the air, I mean both arms up in the air. So just so you know that, starting physical therapy today, so all is good. So let's start standing. A lot of these moves could be done sitting or standing, so you decide what works for your body. Let's just start out. I'm going to have the chair handy so that I can put a couple of fingers on there should I need for balance purposes. So let's just start with the feet directly below the hips. And that's where that femur plugs into the hip socket. So this is not hip distance. This is hip distance. So let's just start with that. And let's just start by lifting the right heel and spreading the toes wide. As you lift that right heel, lift the left heel. So you're splaying those toes out and you're lifting the heels as you flex that ankle joint. So let's just start with this. And we're going to, if you want to do it double time, you can bicycle pedal, or you can do one at a time, or you could also do this sitting in a chair. So I'm going to bicycle pedal, breathing, and we're standing tall. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Big full breaths for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's take both heels back to earth. Let's lift the right heel and just start circling the ankle joint. And try not to race through it. I'm just using a couple of fingers here on the back of the chair to keep my stability. And you're standing tall on that supporting left leg. So let's go in the other direction as you circle the ankle, breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then that heel comes down. Let's shift the weight to the right leg. Lift the left heel. And again, it's the ankle joint initiating the movement. So see if you can stand nice and tall on that supporting right leg. And just notice the difference between the two ankles. They may not be the same. Let's go in the other direction. Circling and circling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bringing that to stillness, you're going to place that heel down and just focus where that center line is in the center of the foot, that balancing center in the, it's usually in the arch, obviously. So once you get that located, start rocking forward and back very minutely, heels and then toes, heels and then toes. And then maybe you can let go of any kind of support and you can balance by shifting the weight forward and shifting the weight back. Let's add some arms if that's available. Slow it down, and you're rocking forward and you're rocking back. Up on the tippy toes, back on the heels. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's take it down very slowly. Bring it to stillness, nice and easy. And let's start a little tiny march now. Lifting opposite leg and opposite arm. You might want to keep it low to start. And once you get yourself warmed up, you might want to lift the knees a little bit higher. or not for 8, 7, 6, 5. You could run around your room. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep the marching going. We're going to do cross arms and cross knees. So we're crossing the midline, and you're shifting the weight from side to side for 8, 7, big full breaths, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's take it down nice and slow to stillness. Shake anything out that might need some shaking, loosening. Let's take the legs wide this time and just start swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves. And we're breathing. And here again, we're shifting weight side to side, so it's a little balance challenge. And once you get the arms and the legs going, twist the spine and you look over the shoulder to the wall behind you. So you're basically squeezing the spine like a wet dish rag, and you're just squeezing fresh blood, oxygen, life force into that spine. And then as you exhale, you're expelling the toxins and wastes. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then just coming back down to center one more time. Very, very nice. I also forgot to mention that if you have some kind of props like yoga blocks, you could have them handy. You could substitute water bottles or canned goods for blocks. And I also like to have a strap, a yoga strap available. And that could be substituted with a scarf or a belt or a bathrobe tie. Also, if you want to use hand weights, you could use a set of 1-pounders or a set of 2-pounders, nothing heavier than 2 pounds, okay? Very good. So let's just go ahead and we can actually take the chair and we can face the chair seat. I'm going to take the legs nice and wide. And just to start, we're going to stay upright, but we're going to do little baby squats. So knees will track over toes. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pulses, little tiny pulses, heels. The entire foot is on the earth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stay down in this squat now. All right. So this is your optimum, not your maximum. Hands could come on thighs here, or maybe if you want extra support, a hand could come on the seat of the chair. You're going to take the right shoulder over to that left knee, and you're going to look over the left shoulder to the wall behind you. At the same time, this right hand is pressing against the right thigh. The right thigh presses against the right hand. So isometric going on the right side, twisting and turning on the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's come back to center nice and slow. Left shoulder coming over to the right knee. And you're looking over that shoulder, the right shoulder, to the wall behind you. Meanwhile, the left hand is pressing into the left thigh pressing into the left hand. Twisting and turning, looking over that right shoulder for 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly is engaged here. Come up to center, nice and slow, and just slowly going from side to side. Finding your own rhythm, your own pace. Breathing for 4, 3. Inhale in the middle. 2. Exhale as you twist. and 1. Coming back to center now. Here you might want to use the seat of the chair for support. So the legs are nice and wide, you're feeling stable, and we're just going to rock from side to side. See if you can stay in the same plane. So in other words, it's not about rising up in the middle. It's about staying in the same low plane, stretching out hip crease, psoas, hip flexors, breathing. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go over to the right. Maybe the left toes want to come up off of the earth. Maybe they don't. Little pulses now into this right hip here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Glide through center. Maybe left forearm to left thigh, right hand could stay on the chair. And those right toes can come up off of the earth. Little pulses into that left hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center. And here you can take both hands onto the seat of the chair as you heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. You can stay tilted over your chair. I'm doing this in profile. And maybe you want to step back just a few steps. And the arms are going to stretch out onto the seat of the chair. I'm modifying because of my injury. Both arms are stretched out on the seat of the chair. You can let the head hang here. This is a modified down dog. And once you get your arms and legs organized, just start micro bending the knees left and right. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you might want to lift right heel and down. Lift left heel and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Hands can stay on the seat of the chair. The feet could walk a little bit closer to your chair. Hands on the back. As you lift yourself up, let's roll some shoulders here once you get to standing. So the feet are directly under hips. You're rolling those shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and just drawing an invisible circle in the air with those shoulders. Pumping synovial fluid into the joint. Let's go the other direction when you find an opportunity. Little rolling of the shoulders for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's just shake everything out, give it a little wiggle. And then let's take our chairs and we're going to actually sit in the chair. And I would recommend sitting more towards the front of the seat of the chair than collapsing into the back of the chair. So maybe grab some water. And then you're going to find your seat in the chair. The feet are hip distance apart, the toes point forward, and we're going to start circling the rib cage now. You could do this while you're watching Netflix, just circling those ribs, stimulating those internal organs which are on duty 24/7. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find the opportunity. You're going to go the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Probably inhaling forward, exhaling as you squeeze the navel up against the spine as you round towards the back. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Corkscrewing back to center now. Let's make our little bird hand. So that's 4 fingers together with meeting the thumb. So you've got your little bird hands going. You're going to place them directly below the collarbone, right up here. And then we're going to just start by lifting that right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Coming back to forward. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. Let's go to the left. I'm modifying on this side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Unwinding those arms, keeping your bird hands. Let's just go ahead and extend the arms. And you're going to start circling the wrists. So circle the wrists. Both arms should be parallel to the earth. I'm modifying on my left side because of the injury. So if both arms can be parallel to the earth, make them parallel. Let's go ahead and circle in the opposite direction. Ooh. And we're breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it to stillness. Arms are straight. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press it away. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop the arms very slowly. Try not just to let them collapse. Shake it out, shake it out. Let's go ahead and shrug and drop. Stretch the fingers towards the earth. Inhale and drop for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Take it, shake it out. Very nice. Hands could come to the thighs here. Let's just drop the chin to the center of the chest. And then roll right ear to right shoulder. So it's only head and neck moving. We're only doing a half circle here. It's like you're trying to scrape something off of your chin onto the chest. Oh. And as you go from side to side, just notice range of motion. Maybe it's not the same on the right as it is on the left. One side may be more open, one side may be more closed and tight. Couple more sweeps side to side, just like this. Whew. And the next time you sweep over to the right, stay there. And just take that right ear to the right shoulder. Shoulders stay still. And now with your nose, you're going to draw the letter U in the air. So you're basically going forward and back. Forward and back. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy, coming back to center now. Let's just come to center. Do a little wiggle if that feels good. Let's just drop left ear to left shoulder. So we're going to do the letter U in the air again. Forward with the nose, back with the nose. It's like you're making the letter U over your left shoulder in the air. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then just taking that left ear back to the left shoulder and coming forward back to center. Again, see if you can keep the shoulders still and just turn the face to the right. Coming back to center, turn the face to the left. Moving side to side, you're sitting tall. Just imagine the head like a helium balloon. It's floating up towards the sky. The 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. Couple more times each side. Really getting that neck, those tiny muscles and ligaments in the neck, a stretch. Very nice. Let's come back to center now. Let's go ahead and take the legs wide apart this time. And again, you're sitting closer to the front of the seat of the chair than the back. Let's just take the forearm pressing into the left thigh. Left forearm, it presses into left thigh. Left thigh presses into left forearm. Nice big inhale up with that right arm. Inhale, you're stretching over to the side wall. Now the trick here is to keep that chest squared to the front of your space or your screen. And you're breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back to center now. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3. Big stretch on the right side of the body. 2, and 1. Let's stay over here this time. Don't forget the isometric press with the arm and the leg. And now with this top right arm, we're just going to circle it like one unit. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going opposite direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy, let's go back to center and just float that arm down like it's just sinking through the vat of honey. You're not going to let it just drop. You can avoid it. Shake everything out. Okay. Now it's right forearm presses into right thigh presses into right forearm. The left arm is going to come all the way up. I'm modifying. And it's stretching the fingers to the side wall. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm comes back. Bend it, straighten it. Back, bend it, and straighten it. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's leave the arm over there, 1 unit, and we're just going to move it, circling as one piece for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy. And you're going to come back to center, and that arm is going to float down like it's cascading through honey. And just shake everything out now. Very nice. Let's take the legs together, walk the legs together. You're going to take the right hand and cross it outside of the left thigh. And you're going to grab the back of your chair somewhere. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze and turn. So it's a seated twist. Let's slightly release it. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center. Slowly, slowly. Left hand grabs the outside of the right thigh. Right hand grabs somewhere behind the chair behind you. You decide where you want to place the hand. And we're going to look over that right shoulder to the wall behind you. Let's just slightly release and then turn. Slightly release and then turn. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah. Woo. Come back to center, unwind slowly, slowly. Let's just shake out the legs. Let's take the legs wide one more time. You might want to take a weight here, hold it like a little dog bone, or maybe a block, or the hands could just be interlaced. The fingers could be interlaced together. We're going to chop wood, and I've got to modify. So imagine both of my arms are going all the way up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do 8, 7, or as many as you can manage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay! There we go. Let's just float those arms down, nice and easy. Again, the legs are going to come back together. Let's go ahead and cross. If you have blocks, you might want to have them handy, or another chair. That's optional. So the thighs are parallel, they're hip distance apart. Let's cross the right ankle over top of left thigh. The right ankle over top of left thigh. Avoid the knee joint. Please, 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 please. We're going to take the right hand. You're going to start pulsing that right thigh, but you're avoiding the knee joint. So we're just, again, doing our best to pump synovial fluid into the joints. The synovial fluid doesn't happen unless you move the joint. So this is why we have to keep moving. Otherwise, things get nice and rusty. Let's bring that to stillness. Let's take the lower right arm, slip it underneath that calf, and we're going to rock that leg or rock the baby. You're sitting as tall as you can. And it could just be a rock from side to side, or maybe you want to circle the femur in that hip socket. And if you're circling, be sure you go in both directions. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to bring that to stillness. Let's take that right forearm behind the back of the right thigh, reposition that leg forward. You're still sitting tall. You might want to put a strap around the ball of the foot to assist on this one. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Rebend that knee, recross over that same thigh. Now here's where the blocks might come in handy. You decide. Float both arms up. Inhale. And then you're stretching forward, 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 forward. And maybe the hands come to the earth. You would have very long arms if they did. And if your arms are shorter, they might be able to come to the blocks. And if that doesn't work, grab opposite elbows here up at the top with your right leg and just hang out here. Flex that top right foot. Externally rotate the top right foot. And you should feel a big stretch there in that right hip. So we're just going to hang out here, opening up that one side of the pelvis, the hips, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to stillness. You're going to unwind the arms. You're going to float your torso back upright. And let's just take that right knee and just circle it. Just getting out any kinks that might have crept in there. Let's go the other direction. Very nice. Sitting tall. And then bringing that leg to stillness. Shake out the legs. And now it's the left ankle crossing over the top of the right thigh. Left ankle crosses over the top of the right thigh. You're avoiding the knee joint. You're going to take the left hand and just start gently pumping this left thigh, the soft part of the thigh. You're not pressing on the knee joint. Getting synovial pumping into the left hip now. That top left foot is flexed. And let's bring that pumping to stillness now. The left forearm goes underneath that left calf. You can lift that lower leg and just, again, it could be east to west, side to side. It could be circling. And you could go the other way if you're circling as well, of course. Let's bring that to stillness. Let's go ahead and unwind that leg. Left forearm behind the back of the left thigh. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Foot stays flexed. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Rebend. Recross again, exactly as we were. Left ankle on top of right thigh. We're going to float the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, you're reaching forward, reaching forward, reaching forward. Maybe they come to blocks. Maybe they come to the earth. Maybe you want to grab opposite elbows and just hang out up here at the top. I like little micro movements side to side. Flex that top left foot, externally rotate the top left foot. That's when you should feel the stretch in that left outer hip. So staying calm and relaxed here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center. Coming still. We're going to float the torso back upright. Let's go ahead and unwind the leg, and we're just going to circle this knee to iron out any tension that might have snuck in there. Let's go the other way. Very nice. Big full breaths. You can use that deep full breath as a mantra and meditation. Let's bring this to stillness now. I'm going to move the blocks away. And we're going to take the 4 corners of each foot, rooting them into the earth. Just before we get up, let's just start lifting the toes, all 10 of them, and then placing them down. Lifting, spread the toes wide, place them down. Lifting and pressing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now the entire surface of that foot is on the earth. You're going to inhale, exhale, mindfully come to standing. And let's use our chair for support one more time. Here's another thing you could do either at the kitchen sink or with your chair or with a wall, actually. The wall is the better choice, I think. So these are like push-ups up against the wall. You tilt out slightly, and the hands are slightly pointing inward. The fingers can point slightly inward. You can inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Little baby push-ups. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just coming back out of it. Let's just shake the arms out. Shake them out. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to come to the double mat here, so to protect my feet. Okay, so this one, both sets of toes point forward. The feet are hip distance apart. I won't mirror you for this. So the left foot is forward, the right foot is back, and the torso is going to stay upright for this portion. So you lift the back right heel. Inhale, lift, exhale, press. Just for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's lift the back heel. Now both legs are going to bend up and down, and the torso still is like a piston up and down. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, 1. The back legs are straight. That back right foot can angle out slightly. The whole foot onto the earth, but the pelvis still stays lined up with that seat of the chair or the end of your mat. So with here, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward, the torso rather, forward 20 to 30 degrees. You're strengthening the left front quad. Maybe one arm wants to come forward. Maybe a second arm wants to come forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. One arm comes down, second arm comes down. Legs straighten. You lift up that torso. Right foot meets the left, and just micro bend the knees left and right to shake it out. Right foot is forward. Left foot is back. Torso stays upright. Lift the back left heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to neutral. This back foot can go at an angle. The torso is going to line up with that long edge of your mat or of your chair. And then that right foot is forward. So from here, we're going to tilt the toe, the torso forward 20 to 30 degrees. Maybe one arm can come, maybe a second arm. And you're breathing. Another variation, you could grab opposite elbows behind. You decide. You're strengthening the right front quad here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down. Left foot meets the right. And just jiggle the legs, shake out the legs. Let's take the feet in first position. The heels are together, the toes point out. You're going to face the back of your chair. We're going to lift up on the tippy toes, lift those up, lift the heels, inhale, exhale, drop the heels back to earth. Inhale, lift, exhale, press. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay up on 1. So you're balancing on the tippy toes. Maybe one arm wants to come up. Find a spot that doesn't move now. It could be on the wall or on the floor. Second arm might want to come up. Little balance challenge here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down. You can float those heels down now, shake it out. Oh, so once again, let's return to our chairs. Again, we're sitting closer to the front edge of the seat than the back. The legs can be fairly wide. This is going to be like a little stretch for the spine. Usually I say avoid the turtleneck, but this is where you're going to try to be like a turtle. Not a turkey, a turtle. So you're going to tuck the chin and you're going to roll it down and you're going to stretch your head like you're sticking your head out of your little turtle shell and you're going to come on up. Exhale, tucking the chin. Inhale, coming back up. So you're really moving the spine. Let's do 4. 3, 2, and 1. Tucking our turtle heads. There they come. Now we're going to do the opposite. Now your turtle head is going to lead. Exhale. Tuck the chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming back up, sitting tall. Let's take the feet back in and the legs are parallel one more time. Let's take some fists here, soft fists. You're going to press them on the inside of the thigh, respectively, right thigh and left thigh. You're going to try to push the thighs apart. At the same time, you're going to resist with your legs. So another isometric special. So you've got your soft fist going, and we'll hold it to the count of 8. So nice big breath. Inhale. Exhale, press and push for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let it go. Shake out the hands if that feels good. And now we'll do the opposite. You're going to take your palms on the outside of the thighs. You're going to try to press the thighs together. You're going to resist with the thighs, pressing outward. So nice, big, full breath. Inhale. And exhale and press and push for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Shake it out. Okay. And one more thing, let's just come to, I'll do this in profile so you can see. All right. So imagine your back body is straight like a diving board. You're sitting close to the front of the seat of your chair and you're just going to tilt back. So you're keeping that back flat. You're tucking the chin into the chest. Maybe one leg comes up, maybe a second leg comes up, and we're going to flutter our feet as you pump those abdominals, squeezing abdominals for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, it's over. And you're going to flutter those feet back down to the earth. And we're going to do foot massage to finish it off. So you can really enjoy your day. Let's cross the right foot over the left thigh. And you're going to take your 5 toes and you're going to just flap them back and forth. I think you're going to love this one. You're going to flap those toes back and forth like you're fanning yourself on a hot day somewhere on the planet, which could be at this point everywhere. Not here yet, not yet. So you're going to flap your 5 toes. And then when that feels complete, you're going to take each individual toe and you're going to massage that toe from the base of the toe to the end of the nail. So give each toe some love. Your toes and your feet have been working very hard for decades now. So we're going to give them some love. Don't forget your big toe. Then you're going to take your fingers and rummage around underneath that under part of the toe. And when that feels complete, 2 thumbs, you're going to walk it down. You're going to massage the big toe ball mound, the little toe ball mound, and go into the center. So you're working on that portion of the foot. Then the thumbs move down the inner edge and the outer edge of the foot. You're going to massage the arch. You're going to massage the heel. You could use both hands to massage that heel. Yes, indeed. And then you're going to take the top foot and you're going to take your little bird hand and just go up. I like to go along the trough between the bones on the top of the foot to really get it in there. Deep massage. And when that feels complete, you're going to take opposite hands on your ankles. So you're going to grab your ankles and you're going to massage forward and back. And get some blood flow going there to the Achilles tendon and the ankle joint. And when that feels complete, take a soft fist and just tap the arch. Tap that arch. And then you're going to take both hands and tap lightly that foot to bring some blood flow more into the foot. And if you want to slap it harder, you can do that too. So give it a good massage. And when that feels complete, bring everything to stillness. And then notice how that foot feels compared to the other foot. Should be a big difference. Let's do the other foot. So the left foot now, or the foot you didn't do before, you're going to flap all 5 toes here. Flap them. And give them a good massage. When that feels complete, take each individual toe, massage from the base of the toe to the end of the nail, giving some love to each toe. We need our toes in order to perambulate, to walk. That's what gives it the gliding motion as you move forward. Okay, don't forget your big toe, and then you're going to go underneath and rummage around underneath the bottom side of the toes. And then you're going to take your two thumbs and you're going to massage the big toe ball mound, the little toe ball mound, and you're going to go into the center. And then those thumbs are going to go down the inner and outer edge of the foot. They're going to massage the arch. All the fingers going to do work on the heel. And then I take my little bird hand and do the top of the foot, moving between the bones on the top of the foot. And then you're going to take the opposite hands around the ankle and massage the ankle. And then you're going to take a soft fist and just gently tap on the arch. And then you're going to take both hands and lightly tap that foot, pat it. And if you want to get more vigorous, you can slap it. You could do this before you go to sleep at night, and I think it would very much help you go to sleep and stay asleep, hopefully. There you go. Unwind it. Now see how both of those feet feel. Now you can actually find yourself comfortable in your chair, so you can sit all the way in the back of the chair. Feet are flat on the earth. Hands could rest on the thighs. And just allowing the eyes to drop closed and scanning the body, noticing any residual tension that might remain, and breathing into those areas. And just gently relaxing the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, legs and feet becoming very heavy. That softness, that relaxation moves into the hips and the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases, and the softness moves into the belly, the waist, the torso, the chest, and the shoulders, rolling down both arms all the way to the fingertips. The softness envelops the throat and the neck now, and then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's something from the poet David White on gratitude this week of Thanksgiving. Gratitude is the understanding that many millions of things come together and live together and mesh together and breathe together in order for us to take even one more breath of air. That the underlying gift of life and incarnation as a living, participating human being is a privilege, that we are miraculously part of something rather than nothing. And on the next inhale, just bringing your attention back into the room, back into this body, scanning the body for the effects of the practice and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day. And bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.